Alrighty, folks, it is Thursday, July 6th, 2023. And of course, you know I'm feeling good on a Thursday morning. And if you watch every day, you obviously know why. We hit again. In my chairman package bet yesterday, we had the Twinnies minus 1.5 on the run line. Of course, they blanked Kansas City by the final of 5-0. No sweat, blowout winner. Ryan Jeffers went 2 for 3 in the win with a couple of runs scored. And of course, that's going to put us now at 4-0 in our last 4 chairman plays, 8-1 in our last 9, and 21-6 in our last 27 chairman plays. Good for 78% during that span. Now, guys, I also went 4-1 in all of my personal plays on patreon.com/BrockPage yesterday. We cashed in on the Reds, Astros, Braves, and once again, the Twins. And the only way you could have accessed all of those winners is to be a chairman member on my website. Now, if you don't feel like accessing multiple plays a day and you only need just one, well, I also have a package for you. It's called my $1.99 Daily Best Play. It costs just $1.99. And it gives you access to one of my personal plays every single day for the next 30 days. I'm 3-0 in my last 3 $1.99 daily best plays. But once again, guys, if you want your absolute best value, the only package you should be considering right now is my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. Now, folks, I normally don't implore anyone to hop on board. I'm pretty nonchalant about it. I'm not, I don't, tell you you're an idiot if you don't sign up. But if you watch me every day, I'd really hate to see you miss out on this heater. We are doing really, really big, important things on my website right now. Really special things. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. This is our part 1 video. I forgot to list the shout outs, so we'll do some shout outs in our part 2 video if I remember. I got to start remembering to put those in because reading the shout outs is a lot of fun. But anyway, first game, Reds, Nats, 105 East. Washington's minus $1.20, totals 10. Mackenzie Gore for Washington, Brandon Williamson for Cincinnati. And even though Williamson's numbers stink, the Reds continue winning ball games when he makes the start. Out of 9 starts this season, the Reds took the loss only 3 times. They also averaged over 5.2 runs a game during that span. Now, more recently, the Reds got the W in 7 out of their last 8. And they're now a top 5 hit-producing team on the road. TJ Friedel's hitting .309 with 32 ribbies and a 2.3 WAR. Meanwhile, Spencer Steer's the club leader in homers and hits. 2.1 wins above replacement for the first baseman. Now, real quick, guys, if you feel like I'm forgetting about someone, right? Like if you're talking about the Reds, there's only one guy anybody's talking about. I just want to give you a few numbers here real quick. This is an ice-cold take. You're going to hate me for it. But there's a player on the Reds that everyone's going nuts for right now. He's played in 26 games. He struck out 37 times. He has only 14 RBI and an on-base percentage of just .356. And he's got a measly .7 wins above replacement. That's Elly De La Cruz, guys. I'm not shitting on the guy. By no means. But when you got guys like Friedel, McLean, Steer, Fraley, Johnny India, I don't think it's Elly himself that makes these guys World Series contenders. And I'm just going to put it at that. Like I said, I'm not shitting on the guy. Listen, he's bringing attention to a franchise that has eaten shit for a really long time. So he's doing well for the game. Man, there's a lot of excitement around him. And you just hate to see really good players for the Reds who went through the really, really bad times and they're still playing really good baseball. And like this guy just comes in and, strikes out 37 times and everybody can't stop talking about him. I don't know. But anyway, ice cold take. Nobody's going to agree with me with that. But just, you know, eh, they're acting like De La Cruz is the second coming. And I just, all right, that's done. I'm done with that bad take. But anyway, since he's taking on a Nats club who struggles scoring run, the reason why I say that, all you hear everywhere is Ellie De La Cruz, like, you know, TV, radio, like, I'm just De La Cruzed out. But anyway, they're taking on a Nats club. They struggle scoring runs. They're a bottom 3 run producing team on their own diamond. And of course, starting pitcher Mackenzie Gore, he's 4-7 on the year with a 1.47 whip. 7 out of Washington's last 10 outings did get over. Cincinnati went 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Give me the Reds plus $1 over 10. Next game, A's Tigers, 1:10 p.m. East. Detroit's minus 165, totals 8.5. Michael Lorenzen for Detroit, Hogan Harris for Oakland. Now, Hoagie's got just 2 wins on the year with an ERA in the 5s. The A's still have the most losses in the majors right now, and they score the fewest amount of runs. They're facing Michael Lorenzen, who's been pretty solid despite his record. The righty comes into today's game with a solid 1.17 whip. Now, these Detroit pitchers also have shown some really good control. They're walking just 2.8 batters per 9. I think that puts them in the top 5 in the league in that particular category. Riley Green, he's still out for Detroit. Astori Ruiz is questionable for the A's. 6 out of Oakland's last 10 outings against Detroit fell under the number. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Give me Detroit minus 165, under 8.5. Next ball game, Cubs, Brewers, 2:10 Eastern first pitch. Milwaukee's minus $120, totals 8 runs. Freddie Peralta for Milwaukee, Marcus Stroman for Chicago. Now, Stroman's got 9 wins on the year with an ERA of 2.76. Now, Stroman's also got 92 strikeouts and a 1.09 whip. Now, these Chicago pitchers have also done a nice job on the road. They're allowing only 7.8 hits a game in their travels. They're facing the worst hitting lineup in the National League in Milwaukee. These guys averaging NL worst 7.1 hits a game on their own ball field. Dead last in the National League in home hits per contest. They're also striking out nearly double-digit times a game at the plate. Now, starting pitcher Freddie Peralta, he's also had his problems on the bump. He's 5-7 with an ERA of 4.67. Now, injury-wise, Rowdy Tellez, he's out of the lineup, currently on the IL. Probably won't see him back for a couple of weeks at least. Meanwhile, for Chicago, Dansby Swanson is questionable with a foot. Now, out of 18 total Marcus Stroman starts this year, the under cashed 14 times. Now, the Cubs also saw 6 out of their last 10 meetings with Milwaukee stay under the line. Give me Chicago plus $1, under 8. Next game, Blue Jays White Sox game 1, and that's going to be a 5:10 Eastern first pitch. Toronto's minus $1.25, totals 9. Jose Barrios for Toronto, Lance Lynn for Chicago. Lynn's 5-8 on the season with an ERA of 6.47. And even though strikeouts are up for Lynn, there is a good chance he'll get little to no run support here today. The Sox are a bottom 5 run-producing team at home in the American League. They also have to face an 8-win Jose Barrios, who's fanned 95 batters and has an ERA in the 3s. And even if Barrios struggles finding the zone here today, the Blue Jays can hit with the best of them. Toronto's a top 3 hit-producing lineup in the majors. Bo Bichette's got 114 hits on the season, and he leads the American League in batting average. Meanwhile, Vlad Guerrero's got the most RBI in the lineup. Moncada's still out for Chicago. 6 out of the Sox last 10 outings did get over the total. The Blue Jays saw the over cash 25 times on the road this year. Give me the Blue Jays minus $1.25, over 9. With that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video for part 1. And like I said, be on the lookout for part 2 in the next couple of hours or so. But our final matchup for this video, Phillies Rays, 6:40 p.m. East. Tampa Bay's minus 130, totals 9. Sean Armstrong for Tampa Bay, Chris Sanchez for the Fightins. And like I said yesterday, All the metrics say to take the Rays, but I just can't fade these red-hot Phils right now. They're on a huge road winning streak at the moment, and they've done a real nice job with American League competition. They have a .643 win percentage in their interleague contests, and starting pitcher Chris Sanchez, he also has an ERA in the threes along with a 1.14 whip. Now they're facing a Tampa team on the other side who's on a 4-game skid themselves, and they allowed 26 total runs during that time frame. And even though starting pitcher Sean Armstrong's looked really good, he's got under 16 innings of work under his belt. So it's a smallish sample size, and I don't think he's faced a team like the Phils that are this hot right now. 3 out of Philly's last 5 road games fell under the number. They're also 60% to the under in their last 10 at any location. Give me the Fightins plus $1.10, under 9. With that, folks, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Cincinnati Reds plus $1 over 10. Detroit minus 165 under 8.5. Chicago Cubs plus $1 under 8. Toronto Blue Jays minus $1.25 over 9 in Game 1. With my next and final free pick, give me the Phillies plus $1.10 and the under 9 runs. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. Now, if you guys do end up getting a package here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, guys, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks my full access, all-inclusive chairman package gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. It's definitely the best value that I offer. And we're red hot in that package right now as well. But anyway, folks, most importantly, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.